Hello, I'm Harry from the TV. I'm member of You Don't Have To, and I just watched Freddy Leprechaun, Toby versus Jeff the Killer film, a sequel to his first Toby film. This one sees the return and resurrection of Toby Rogers, and he tries to better himself after his freedom of Slender Man. And unlike the first film, this film has slightly more comedy to it, and which I will get to. Now, as I've said, this film tells the story of Toby's redemption as he tries to better himself and be a better person, but sometimes he goes back to his killing ways. And what better than to have Jeff be the catalyst of Toby's triggers? Now, like I've said, this film has a bit more comedy than horror, which can be a bit of a problem for the film, but sometimes the comedy does work and does get a chuckle out of me. I also like the idea of a story of the tainted angel trying to redeem himself and fight the torment of his past, and that torment being Jeff. Now, for a horror comedy story, this film has some good characters, even if they don't get much screen time, and some of them tell some really good jokes. My favourite being the one about the overuse of characters wearing hoodies in creepypasta stories, which, I'll admit, had me laughing my arse off. Now, there were some characters that I wish would get more screen time, like that girl who resurrected Toby. If this was going to be the very last creepypasta film that Freddy Leprechaun ever made, the least you could do is giving characters more depth and backstory rather than just leave them with a mystery and then have them not come back again. Overall, the characters were great. Now, the gore in this film wasn't all that bloody, but I do love the gore effects and Jeff's design. He looks more zombie-esque and, more realistic than the Joker reject we all know. He looks kind of like Jeff Mason, but with more hair and less greying, and the smiling less visible. The only gripe I would have with Jeff in this film is that he doesn't have a gravelly voice. Maybe I'm just used to Mr. Creepypasta voice for Jeff or David Neal's work, but I just like Jeff to have a gravelly, gruff voice. Overall, he's evil, which is good. This Toby sequel was great, and it was a great send-off to Freddy Leprechaun's creepypasta films that he gave us. And I hope to see more awesome stuff from this guy. That ending was sad, but it was a nice conclusion. It was a nice conclusion to Toby's character arc. It was sad, but it was also happy because Toby finally redeemed himself. But I do wonder what would have happened if Toby had lived after killing Jeff. But I guess that's a story for another time. And overall, this film was good, and it was a nice send-off and a nice finale to the creepypasta series. I'm Harry for the TV, and remember, you don't have to.